Viewers, welcome back to my stream. இன்னைக்கு காலையில் அரை மணி நேரம் தான் கைஸ் லைவ் வந்திருக்கு. என்னாச்சுன்னு தெரில. காலையில் லைவ் கட்டாக இருக்கு போல், அது தெரியாமல் லைவ் போட்டே போயிருந்தேன். ஸோ சேட் ஆகிடுச்சு கைஸ். காலையில் ரொம்ப வருத்தமாகிடுச்சு. சரி, ஓகே. ஸோ பரவாயில்ல, போனது போகட்டும். இன்னும் இப்போது அடுத்த லைவ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். சரி வாங்க, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி லைவ் ஓடுதா இல்லைன்னு செக் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் கைஸ். அப்படிலாம் ரொம்ப வருத்தமாகிட போகுது. சூப்பர் லைப்ரரியா. ஓகே, எல்லாம் செட் பண்ணியாச்சு. லைவ் வருதா இல்லைன்னு மட்டும் பார்க்கணும். இப்போ லைவ் ஓட ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சுன்னா நம்ம சேனலுக்குள்ளே போயிட்டு கேம் கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாம். ஸோ நம்ம சேனலோட நேம் மாற்றிட்டேன் கைஸ். அல்டி தி கேமர்னு மாற்றிருக்கேன். ஸோ பிடிச்சிருந்தா லைக் போடுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். ஓகே, கேம் ஓடுது, ஆடியோ கேட்குது. ஸோ வாங்க கேம்குள்ளே போவோம். லெட்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் கைஸ், ஸ்டார்ட் த கேம். Coffee கிட்ட பேசும். நல்ல டிராகன் ஃபைட்லாம் இருந்துச்சு ப்ரோ.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left. The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her. What do you mean? Is she all right? She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything. I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that. I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger. What do you mean? The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct. I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets. Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now. We need allies, others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs, they'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs. Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs. We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Let me think on it.
I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
மியூசிக்கை பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இல்லை. சரி வாங்க தலையை போய் பார்ப்போம். தலை டார்க் மேஜிக்லாம் போட்டு கற்றுத்தரேன்னு சொல்லி தெரியுமா? ஹாக்வர்ட்ஸ் மேப். ஓகே, பாட்டுக்கு வந்தாச்சு. தலை கையில் புக்கோட அலையறா படிச்சா இருப்பியோ? இது வேணா ஃபவுலர் திட்டிக்கிட்டே இருக்கும் யாருன்னா பார்த்தா. அண்டர் கிராஃப்ட் பேரை பார்த்தீங்களா இல்லையா? இங்கே பிரச்சனைலாம் வராது. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம், நார்மல் ஃபார்முக்கு போயிடும். கோபாலு 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 பட போகுதா கோபாலு. ராயன் லெதர் போட்டால் அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி உள்ள ஒரு ட்ரெஸ்ஸு போடணுங்க. நம்ம எங்கே டிராயன் லெதர்லாம் போட்டு ஃபைட்டுக்கு போவோம். காஸ்ட்யூம் ஒரு கெத்தான கஸ்டமாக இருக்கணுங்க. ஓகே, இது நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. அதானே ஃபஸ்ட் இருந்தது. ஆமாம், ஐவிங் இதான் கைஸ் நம்மளோட ஐவிங். கழுகு பாதி குதிரை பாதி கலந்து சேர்ந்த கலவை பறவை. வாங்க அவனை போய் பார்ப்போம். ரொம்ப நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். இவனுக்கும் ஆமனஸ்க்கும் என்னதான் பிரச்சனைன்னு
Did you speak with my uncle?
இல்ல.
I wish I had better news about your
ஆமா
uncle
ஆமா
and Anne.
பேசுனா.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor
இவன்
Anne.
ஒரு
I had to stop that goblin from
ஏசியன்
killing my
கிரஷ் யூஸ்
sister.
பண்ணிட்டான் ப்ரோ.
He had no right to banish me from my own twin.
அதனால
If
அவன்
he thinks
வீட்டில் ஒரு
banishing me
கேட்டுருவாங்க.
means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
அதான் கற்றுக்கிட்டு
He
இருப்பான்.
also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an hour when I have news.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast a curse that you mentioned.
Oh, which one?
இன்னுமே கத்துருவானா?
On second thought, perhaps I don't need to learn any curses at the moment.
Very well. Let's speak again soon.
ரெண்டு தான், இது ரெண்டுல தான் எதனா கத்துருவானோ. இம்பீரியோ Imperial கற்றுப்போங்க.
I wondered if you might teach me how to cast a curse that you
அப்பயே
mentioned.
கேட்பான் நம்ம
Oh,
வேணான்றோம்.
which one?
நீ சேர்த்து கேட்குற. Imperial.
I'd like to learn how to cast the Imperious curse.
Very well. Be very precise with your wand movement. The incantation is Imperio. Are there any other
Imperio.
curses you'd like to learn?
இதுவும்
I'd like
கற்றுக்கிறேன்.
to learn how to cast the Cruciatus curse.
Very well. Now remember, your intention matters. And be precise with your wand movement. The incantation is
Crucio.
Crucio. Are there any other curses you'd like to learn?
அவ்வளோதான்டா வச்சிருக்க.
That's all I wanted to learn for now. Thank you.
Of course. You're the only one with whom I would entrust such knowledge. Let's speak again soon.
Okay. Lucio. சரி போ. ஐயோ தப்பு பண்ணாலும் கரெக்டாகிடுச்சு. இம்பெரியவும் கற்றுக்குறேங்க. ஐயோ தப்பு பட்டது. இன்னும் தெரில. போடு தைக்கிட தம்பி எங்க இருக்க? கண்டிப்பா எதுலையுமே பயன்படுத்த முடியாதா? இந்த ட்ரெயின் டம் இருக்குமேடா. இங்கேருந்து வேற ஒரு மேப் எடுத்துட்டு போனா அதை வேற கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். மறந்து போயிட்டோம். ப்ராமினஸ் பார்த்துருவானா நீ போய் கற்றுக்கிட்ட தானே அப்படின்பான். நல்லது பார்க்கு. இதை ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணி வைக்கணும். இவன் வேற மூவ்ஸ் கேட்டுகிட்டே இருக்கானே. இதை முடிச்சுட்டு தான் இது முடிக்கணுமா? நம்ம போயிட்டு இன்டர்வியூ எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுதுன்னு பார்த்துட்டு வரலாங்க. பகல் இப்போ பகல் ஆகாதா? இந்த கிளைமேட் வேணாம். நல்ல கிளைமேட்டாக வேணுங்க. ஊட்டிப்போ ஜாலியாக இவனுங்களை வச்சுக்கிட்டு அதான் கிளைமேட் போல். இந்த கிளைமேட் வந்துச்சுன்னா போவாதான் வந்துடும். பக்கத்தில் இருந்துட்டு கத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்கு பாருங்களேன். ஒன்று பழசுங்க, ஏதோ ஏஷியன் தான். ஐயோ கேஷ் தூக்க போகிறேண்ணா. இங்கே பிரச்சனை இருந்துச்சுண்ணா. கைஸ் இங்கே ட்ரெயின் போகுமா கைஸ்? அந்த ட்ரெயினை பார்த்துருக்கேன், ஆனால் நேரில் பார்த்ததே இல்லை. சினிமேட்டிக் பிளேலையும் நார்மலாக சவுண்டு கேட்டிருக்கேன், பட் ஆனால் பார்த்ததில்லை. வாங்க ஒரு சைடு இருக்கும். என்னாச்சுன்னு தெரியல. அதுக்கு என்ன ஆகும் தெரியலையே.
Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
ஒண்ணுமே ஆகல. ஆளுங்க இருந்தாங்கன்னா பரவாயில்ல. ஆளா இருக்கிறது
Betting on the dragon fights was the best decision I've made yet. Come here. If it isn't the liberator of Bournetail Hall.
அது ஒருத்தர் மாற்றி சண்டை போட வைக்கும்.
What did you do?
என்னடா கஷ்டத்தை தாங்க முடியலையா? வாங்க விடுதலை கொடுப்போம்.
Oh no, you don't.
Prison. ஐயோ சே அந்த பீஸ்ட்டை தப்பி விட்டோம் guys. சே நல்ல பீஸ்ட்.
Could it be?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio. Leviosa.
எதுவுமே வரிசை இல்லை. So sad. சரி இப்போதைக்கு பார்க்க முடியாது போல. நம்ம ஹைவிங்கில் பறக்கலாம். தண்ணியிலலாம் போகும் போலையே. தண்ணியில் போகுது. தண்ணியில் நடக்கிற மாதிரி ஆக்ஷன்லாம் கொடுக்குது. நீச்சல் அடிக்குமா? தண்ணியில் ஆமை மாதிரி போகுது. வேற கொஞ்சம் பேர் இருக்காங்களே.
I swear, none of you'd have a head left on your shoulders if you didn't have me. What was before we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole?
பாவல.
What is this? What just happened?
என்னடா பாக்குற?
Revelio.
இங்க ஒரே ஒருத்தன் இருக்கான்.
It's you who interfered with us and that woman, isn't it? The one fixated on Merlin. Shouldn't be meddling in other people's affairs. Gotcha! Incendio!
பொசுக்குன்னு
It's
போயிட்ட.
shameful what you've done to helpless beasts.
ஹாக்வர்ட்ஸ்க்கு எல்லாம் பறந்து தான் தெரிக்கீங்க. இப்படி போய் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? பாருங்க. எங்கே போகணும் இப்போ மிஷனுக்கு? கிளாஸ் நடக்க போதானே அப்போ? ஐயோ, அவன் அப்பயே இது வாங்க சொன்னானே, வாங்கவே இல்லையே.
Hello there.
Hello.
யோ மம்மி,
Do I
மம்மி
recall you
மா
saying
என்னம்மா
that you
இவ்வளோ
speak
குட்டியோ
gobbledygook?
தரீங்க?
I
இதோட
did.
குட்டி
I mean,
இல்லையா?
I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply
Mama.
wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Rumor has it there's a secret passage leading to Hogsmeade, but I haven't found it. I'd be at the Three Broomsticks all day.
Hi, bro.
Based on the portraits you passed. I
Revelio. Away, Highwing! Away! Slow down now. There we go. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle?
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
Disillusionment charm.
Break its line of sight somehow.
The I-1.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Revelio. Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting. I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing it was something else altogether.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. Watch your step round here. One less human to What's up, you? Let's get this over with.
safely, Amit. You have my word. Revelio. We're being watched by a door.
One of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been doing. If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
I've never seen a full one.
Revelio. Revelio.
teach you nothing about jewelry.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex. Another schematic. What are they going to do? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Run, Rocky!
quite a visit. Disappointment. Is that the best you can do? What are you doing? That's a fortunate end for you.
Should be the last of them, I'll meet. Revelio. 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 Incendio. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Revelio.
Can we please talk? Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals. But the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Revelio. Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Merlin himself would be proud. Revelio. Off on another adventure, are we?
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Revelio.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
There they are, up ahead. Revelio.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Why am I always on patrol? It's a
Meant for me. Let's get this over with.
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Levioso. Once again, we could fight our way through. Be discreet.
Those one I'd choose.
Lucky that's all. How childish. It shouldn't take long. Let's get this.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
There they are, up ahead.
You.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Those loyalists are out for blood.
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
Do it.
Once again, we could fight our way through. Be discreet.
Know which one I choose.
Nice try.
Relatively fun.
Revelio. Perhaps we can find alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal. I should tell you, rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Better or for worse, we're in. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Why?
Incendio! I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a
Revelio.
spider to prey on.
One less human to worry about. I will make you.
Loyalists are in here.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Revelio. Revelio. Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps. Incendio!
Legs, or soft eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of inferior qualities, really. Not sure what I did to deserve that. should have thought to conjure stairs.
Repair. Fiends. Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Bombard!
Not sure what I did to deserve that. Lumos! Lumos.
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Shall we not? Our boy's coming.
Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. We can have a look around in peace.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it. Guardian Leviosa. Guardian Leviosa. Leviosa.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Incendio. Revelio.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora. Sebastian,
Hopefully it will
I
help
think I
us
found
unravel
something.
more of this mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure. But I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Revelio, unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Revelio. I hope Professor Fitz...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do. What do we have here? A demiguise.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Headmaster ஆயிட்டான் guys. நீ பசங்கெல்லாம் நம்மளுக்கு சல்யூட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஏய் நம்மளால இது யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாதா? பசங்களை மிரட்டுவோமா கொஞ்ச நேரம்?
Professor, a moment of your time, please.
No.
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Hey, கிளாஸுக்கு போங்கன்னா வேடிக்கை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்க அடிப்பேன். நானே மாட்டிட்டு முடிக்கிறேன். சைடுல போடா பாத்தீங்களா ப்ரொஃபசர்.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children. When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the
ஓடி
future
போனா
of the
வேற
wizarding
பாப்பானே.
world.
What could the headmaster want?
ஏய் கிளாஸ்க்கு போடா.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
உங்க கிளாஸ்க்கு போகுதுல. ஓய் கிளாஸ்க்கு போடாடே.
Well, there's one for my diary.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Professor Black, how are you?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to...
Ah, yes! Mixed with,
Are you feeling all right?
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a... I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat
Hi bro,
shortened
welcome to
season.
my stream.
It will be
Susah
better
na
than
patna
none
like
at all.
subscribe
But
பண்ணிக்கங்க.
the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I
முக்கிய
dare say it
தகவல்
looks some
நான்
sense to
ப்ரொஃபஸரே கிடையாது.
And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
ஐயோ எதுவுமே கவனிக்கலையே.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
என்னடா பேசிட்டீங்க? தொலைச்சிருவேன்.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
எங்க போன்னு தெரியலையே. Learn the password from scope. ரிவெல்லியாவும் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியாதா? To speak responsibility. இது என்னமோ கேட்டுச்சு மார்க்னு நினச்சா எங்கேயோ போச்சு.
Professor
நம்ம இப்போ ப்ரொஃபஸராக தான் மாறுவோம். தெரிஞ்ச கதை தானே கைஸ் இது.
How do you feel?
ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிடலாம் கைஸ்.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
மறுபடியும் முதல்ல இருந்தா சுச்சோ. இது ஓப்பன் பண்ணலாம்ல கிரேட்டு. என்ன பார்ப்பாங்க, என்ன ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஏதோ கிரேட் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கப்ப.
Do you have a moment, Professor?
Oh,
Professor,
my God.
I was hoping to...
Oh!
Of course, sir.
I did?
Probably bet.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for...
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry. Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
And it's not on your nose. Thought you'd want to know.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Mr.
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the... Ah, yes!
Are you feeling all right?
இது பேச்சாச்சு guys.
Chewing with something is very wrong.
இங்க தான் ஏதோ இருக்கு.
A word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they are fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa. You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
இப்பயும் இப்படி தான் முடித்தேன். Learn process from scope. மாட்டிக்கி ஸ்கோர் தான் நான் இதெல்லாம் சால்வ் பண்ணேன். அப்போ இதுக்கு நான் ஃபயர் பண்ணணும் மேலே. இதுவும் கிடையாது கை. அங்கே தான் கட்டிச்சு. ஆனால் பேசுறது ஒட்டு கேட்கணுமா? ப்ரொஃபஸர் வந்திருக்கிறது கூட தெரியாம.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity.
Charms, sir. Not...
Well, keep at it, Broom.
And
before you know...
They're not... Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
Professor, a word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
but certainly I remember. It's still stronger together, no?
Master has made Scrope laugh.
Of course I remember. It's the Black family reigns.
Is Master giving Scrope a test?
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the elegant banners of Ravenclaw. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
இவன் முடிய போகுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இதான் போட்டுட்டே இருக்கலாம்.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
நீங்கள் அப்படி தான் கைஸ் நான் போட்டு அடிச்சுட்டு உடச்சிட்டு நொறுக்கிட்டு கிடப்பாங்க.
Alohomora. Revelio.
வித்துட்டு வந்துடுவோம்மா. வித்துட்டு எப்படின்னா இங்கே தான் கைஸ் வர்றதுக்கு மேப் இருக்கு, பார்த்துக்கலாம். எப்படி நிறைய இடத்த சுற்றி பார்க்கறதுக்கு இது.
Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
இந்த இடத்துக்கு ஸ்டார்டிங் வழி
Choose your
இது
pure.
தெரியும். ஆமா.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
இந்த இடத்துக்கு ஆல்ரெடி வந்திருந்தேங்க, அதனால போக முடியல.
Revelio.
இப்போதான் என்னால் போகிறதுக்கு ஆக்சஸே கிடச்சிருக்கு.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Revelio.
That must be the pedestal.
இது என்னன்னு பார்த்து வந்துடும். பெடஸ்டல் கிடைச்சதுக்கு அப்புறமேட்டு தான் ஓப்பன் ஆகும். புக்கில் போயிட்டான்.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Eve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Make your way through the town without being seen. இங்கிருந்தா வருமா? டவுன்ல பார்க்காம போணுமா?
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
இதோ இருக்கானுங்க, எனக்கு தெரியாம எப்படி போறது? அவளே போட்டுக்கிட்டா. இதுலேயே ஒரு குட்டி ஆவி மாரி இருக்கா கை. தெரியாம போயிடுறா. கண்ணை முடிக்கிட்டு போக வேண்டியதான். எப்படி ஓரா பார்த்தீங்களா? ஆவ பேரி போயிட்டுருக்கா. ஏதோ கிடைச்சத பார்த்துக்கலாம். இவங்களாம் பிரச்சனை இல்லையோ? இவங்களே பயந்துட்டு இருக்கானுங்க. ஏன்டா பயந்துறீங்க?
They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be?
பார்க்குறானே. நான் டிஸ்ட்ராக்டும் பண்ண முடியல. எப்படி போகிறது? வேற வழியும் இல்லை.
I need to time this just right.
அவனா போறான்.
Use disillusionment charm. VI1.
பார்க்காத டைம்ல கிராஸ் பண்ணி குடுகுடுன்னு ஓடிடணும். எப்படி ஓடுறது? தாண்டா டைம் வெக்டர் தான் ஒன் டைம் ஓடு 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 ஓடு. ஐயோ கண்டாப்பி பயப்படுத்திருக்கேனே. இது யாரு?
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
இந்த ஊர் மக்களுக்கு ஒரு வியாதி வந்துடுச்சு. இந்த வியாதியால் பாதிக்கப்பட்ட மக்கள்லாம் இவங்க, பாதிக்கப்படாத மக்கள்லாம் அவங்க. அப்பெல்லாம் பாதிக்கப்படாமல் இப்படி தான் போயிட்டுட்டாங்க. ஐயோ பார்த்தா என்ன ஆகும்? மாட்டி பார்ப்போமா ஒரு வாட்டி? என்ன எதனா ஸ்மாக் வந்து போடும். பண்ணான்னு வேகமா அடிக்க ஓட 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 ஓட. ஏண்டா இப்படி பட்றீங்க? எவ்வளோ ஒருத்தவங்க வழியில் கத்திக்கிட்டே இருக்காங்க. அப்போலேருந்து அந்த வழியில் கத்துற சவுண்டு மட்டும் கேட்டே இருக்கு. பறவை கொளுத்த போ.
Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
யாரோ வராங்கோ. என்னால் போகவே முடியல. ஐயோ இன்னும் இத்தனை பேர் வராங்க. ஏறு 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 ஏறு. சரி ஏறிட்டேன். இப்போ நம்ம அட்டாக் பண்ணலாமா? சேர்றா 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 ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. போயிடலாம்டா. ஃபீலிங்ஸ்லாம் கிடைக்குது. ஃபைட் நடக்க போதா அப்போ? இவ்வளோ இருக்காங்க.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve.
பயப்படாதீங்களா. நானே பயந்து பயந்து தான் போயிட்டு.
I must cross this road as fast as I can.
என்ன முடிட்டு ஓடிடுறது தான். ஓடு 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 ஓடனா உருட்டு ஓடு. நடந்து போயிட்டு இருக்க. எப்படியாச்சும் ஓடு 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 ஓடு.
That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them.
பார்த்துறானோ பார்த்துட்டானோ. ரெண்டு பேரும் இதே டேரக்டை பார்க்குறாங்க. அப்பாடா ஓட்ட மாதிரி தான். ஓடுறான் ஓடுறான். திரும்பிட்டான். ஓடு ஓடு ஓடு. ஐயோ யாராம?
Nothing this way but more danger. Must be another way to find you.
எத்தனை பேரா வருவீங்க இதை மாதிரி? ஐயோ பாக்குறான் பாக்குறான்.
There's no getting past them that way.
இதோட மாட்டிக்கிட்டு.
Close tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
பின்வைத்த காலை பின்வைக்க மாட்டேன். அச்சோ வழியிலே இருக்கானே ஒருத்தன். போடா டேய் போடா. எத்தனை பேர் இருக்கீங்க? ஐயோ இங்கே தானே வரானுங்க நேரா. ஏன்டா இப்படி வரீங்க? அப்படியே நிற்கிறாங்க. லைட்டாக திரும்பினான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். அப்படியே அப்படியே போய் ஐயோ திரும்புடா திரும்பிடா. அப்பா அப்பாடா. போ 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 போ. அப்பாடா வட்டோம்.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
அது போர்வை எடுத்து போத்துனா அப்பயும் காட்டுற வழியெல்லாம் போயிட்டே இருக்க வேண்டியதுதான். இப்போ நம்ம கண்ணுக்கு தெரிய மாட்டோமா? ஆமா கைஸ்.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
ஆமா ஆமா அவங்களால நம்மள பார்க்க முடியல. ஐயோ ஆனால் எப்படி போடுறது தெரியலையே. டோருக்கா வழி.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now, where are you?
மூணாவது ட்ரையல் பாஸ் ஆயிட்டானா? டிரெக்டாக அம்மா வந்திருக்கேன்.
You have had one death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
ரிப்பெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணது கேஷ் ஆமாம். இப்போ அவனுங்களை அட்டாக் பண்ணலாம் போல. ஐயோ வாங்கடா டே வாங்கடா. பிரச்சனையே இல்லாத மாதிரி ஒரு ஆளு. போயிட்டு வா. பட் என்ன பம்பரெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு அது கூட என்னால் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியல. ஒய் அடுத்தது யாரா? Hey, stop! அடிங்க இது வேற ஒண்ணு போயிட்டு வா யூஸ் பண்ண மறந்துட்டேன் எவ்வளோடா வருவீங்க எத்தனை பேரா வருவீங்க அது எப்ப பாயலான்னு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கு கைஸ் வாடா செவரு காப்பாத்து எங்க ஓடுற அங்க யாரா இருக்கா அது ஈஸியா இருக்கு இவ்வளவுதானா ஆஹா இப்போ இவ்வளோ அடிக்கணுமா என்ன பேட்மேனில் வர மாதிரி இருக்கு கேரக்டர் இப்படி தான் வருவான் டேய் இவனெல்லாம் ஏடா இறக்கி விட்டீங்க ஐயோ தப்பா போட்டேனே பரவாயில்ல அடடா எங்கதான் ஓடி வரான்னு தெரியுதுல்ல. வாடா यार complete batting in time டைம் எங்கல ஓடுது மாட்டன இது நான் பார்க்க மாட்டேனே அவனை முடிச்சாத இதாகுமா இந்த தான் அப்படியே முடிச்சிருக்கீங்க டேரக்ட் ஐயோ அடிக்காதீங்க நான் ஓடிடுறேன் ஓ நீங்க முடிக்கணுமா என்னடா கதை என்ன வாட்ச்மேன் வேலையா பார்க்குற பேக்கு வா ஒரு காலத்தை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன் ஓடிட்டாங்க இருக்காது அந்த டைம் ஓடி முடியறதுக்குள்ளே டார்கெட் ஃபினிஷ் பண்ணணும் ஆடி போகிற வேகத்தில் தள்ளி விட்டு போனான் செலக்ட் பண்ணு கை பண்ணு விட்டுறாத எங்க இருக்கீங்கடா அடி வாங்கினேன் என்னடா ஜம்ப் அடியில் அடிக்கிற அப்பாடா நீ மட்டும்தான்டி மௌன சிக்கன அடிக்கடி சாவே மாட்டான் அவனை மாட்டினேன் காலிடா நீ. முடிச்சாச்சு கைஸ். 7 நிமிஷத்துல ஃபுல்லா முடிச்சு. டே மறுபடியுமா? ஆத்தி கத்திக்கிட்ட மொத்த விட்டு இறக்குறான் போல இவன். எங்கிட்டு போனாலும் அடி வருது. டாகி டாகிட்ட தாங்க கேர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கணும். ஓடி வரானே. ஐயோ போச்சு கடைசி இது களி. அடங்கவியா இல்லை, அடங்க மாட்டேங்கிறது நீங்க. போட்டு காலியாக போகிறேன். இந்த நாய் குறுக்கள் வந்துருச்சுங்க. எவ்வளோ நாயிடா வருவேன். லைட்டா 2 அடி பட்டாலே காலி. ஓடுறோம். போச்சு உடச்சி லைட்டா தொட்டு விட்டாலே நான் காலி ஆயிடுவேன் கை. எல்லாத்துக்கான வந்தான் போ. சரி தர மட்டமாக்கிட்டான். நீ எப்படா தப்பிச்ச? காலி ஆயிடாத ஆல்டி. போச்சு பரவாயில்ல. இந்த விசாரங்கள காசு வாங்கு. டார்க் மேஜிக் ஸ்பெல்ல போடுற போச்சு. நீ எப்படா வந்துட்டே இருக்கீங்க நீங்க? இந்த டைப் இல்லடா. அவ்வளோதான். நீங்க வந்துட்டே இருக்கீங்க. இவனை அழிக்கிற வரைக்கும் வந்துட்டே இருக்கும் போலயே. அவனை காலிடா நீ. Come on. வாங்க நெத்திலே வாங்க. வா மேஜிக் கரெக்டா எங்கடா அது? गाइस 1 மினிட்ல முடிச்சிட முடியும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? முடிச்சிடலாம் தான் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். கல்லெல்லாம் விட்டு காலி ஆயிடுவாடா. கம்மான் மாட்டினடா. அவ்வளோதான் கை. இந்த சிறுவாண்டுக்கு மட்டும் 30 செகண்ட்ல முடிச்சுட்டேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன். எல்லாம் இதுங்களால தான். நீ மட்டும்தான். கமான் 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 கமான். ஓபி गाइस. கொடுக்கப்பட்ட டார்கெட்ல பிடிச்சாச்சு. வேற லெவல். ஓ 1 HP ஃபைட். ஓகே நல்லா தான் இருந்துச்சு. Made it, guys, made it. அதோடா படுத்து எங்க தெரியல.
Simple stone. This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dear, sweet. Let us always. May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
டேய் இவனை எட்டி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கா இங்க வந்துட்டு. சரி சரி நீ ஜெயிச்சுட்டு போறானா இல்லை இங்கதான் ஒரு ட்விஸ்டா?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
இவனை கல்லறையிலேருந்து எடுத்து போறாரு, செத்துருவாளோ? இவ எங்கேயோ நம்மளை கூட்டு போறா.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Hey, pencil door kar.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora.
This
must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
புரிஞ்சிக்கவே மாட்றாளே. என்னென்னமோ பண்றா. நெஞ்சுக்குள்ளேருந்து என்ன எடுத்துட்டா கை. எங்க இருக்கும்? ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. தோட்டச்சாங்க கிடைக்கல. ஒண்ணுமே கிடைக்கல. பம்போலா எதுவுமே இல்லை. கடும் கோபமாக இருக்கேன். நான் ஃபஸ்ட் சாம்பர் பண்ணிட்டோம்.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
Yes.
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
தலைவருக்கு இன்ட்ரோடக்ஷனே இல்லாம வராப்ல.
You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
இந்த 4 பேர் தான் இந்த கதைக்கே காரணம்.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
நட்டாய் அவ பேர் என்ன? அவங்க அம்மாவுக்கு அவளுக்கு ஏதோ பிரச்சனை, அப்போ சால்வ் பண்ணுவோம்.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow? Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them. See what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit freely.
It's a good thing we have
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles, and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Dr. Dibble works at Gladwell. I should check.
But please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Well,
we're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Hidden door. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. better be sure I'm not seen.
dare you do such a thing to me? Expulso! Now you've gone too far. Hardly felt it. Flash of inspiration. Give it back. That all you got? Back from above. Expulso! Expulso! Be more mindful if I were you. Might want to look up. Expulso!
such a thing to me. Stop that right now. This is your first duel, isn't it? What are you, shy? Hussy? Thought you could hide from me, did you?
Revelio. Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Hogwarts. He'll be thrilled to have this back. He must be here somewhere. Revelio. Alohomora. Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Revelio. 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 Lumos. 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 Lumos.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
That relic is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Be outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Revelio. Mine now, demiguise. Alohomora. Revelio.
Don't you fret, Biscuit. She'll sort something out.
I'm told that last Clementine had you chasing... Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was
Revelio.
Footstool tales always make me wretch as a child. Selling those potions to Madame Lawing saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harley.
Some exciting news to share.
you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. Hear you found a bit of treasure in the forest. Was never one for adventure myself. I hope to see you again.
Deke has some exciting news to share.